Okay, so now we're sort of slowly starting to venture into the process of what actually happens, and we will talk about immune system very shortly, which I think most of the time people love talking about. Like, that's their favorite bit in module 7, and that's fair, right? Because it is a really amazing topic. So let's now start thinking about how adaptations are occurring in the host, and also that are occurring more specifically in that is more specifically occurring in both the host cells and also the pathogens that facilitate entry and transmission. So entry first, there are cell wall degrading enzymes that the pathogen will have that are able to degrade the cytoplasmic membrane of the host cell. They can also have toxins which damage host tissues, and also they can disable the host immune system. They can also have effector proteins. So effector proteins are proteins which are secreted to help pathogens to enter the cell and suppress their host's defenses. And with the case of COVID-19, effector proteins are used in order for the cell to sort of get into the host membrane through like fusion. Obviously there's so many different proteins involved, but that's one of the ways in which it happens. Also, the pathogen can be adhesive to the cell wall of the to the cells of the host, and that can help them colonize the tissues. Finally, we also have extremophile pathogens, which can help survival inside the host cells. So now let's look at transmission. So firstly, protective covering, we've got bacterial capsules and viral envelopes. Reservoirs, they can allow long-time survival outside of host. So this is how they are basically these cells are basically protecting themselves while they're waiting to get into another host cell. So they, like I said, they've got protective coverings. They can rest in reservoirs, so through that they can survive for a while before they gain a host. They can also use vectors in some cases, which increases transmission efficiency. So that, as we saw with the Plasmodium protozoa, and the vectors can help carry the pathogen from one host to another. Structural adaptations, so injection machinery like with mosquitoes. And finally, we've got rapid species evolution, so high rates of mutation during replication, which allows for new adaptations to arise. And we saw that with the COVID-19 pandemic, where we started off with firstly coronavirus. We went from alpha to beta to gamma to the Omicron virus, right? So this whole the way in which it replicated quite quickly and became more powerful as time and more powerful as time went by.